Aquarius, welcome. This is your June 2024 reading. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Many of you are intuitively guided to readings now, and it's kind of like your spirit guide is nudging you to watch something that maybe you would have skipped over. Whether that be my reading or someone else's, just take that as a sign. Some of you are in love with an Aquarius, you know. I was going to say, how can you not be? But I already know some people are going to give comments. But, anyways, I love Aquarius. And Aquarius, I have to say, for June, moving forward, this is really a great time to focus on your creativity, especially your voice. And I mean that in like all different possibilities, like maybe starting a podcast and find that you become very successful at it. And again, it may just start with an epiphany, but then something is just going to grow and grow and grow. So I feel like your money house or your creativity is just going to be on fire for June. And I feel like the restrictions for, let's just say, the first half of the year, I feel like they're being lifted. You have a lot of planetary action going on, so there could be some lessons, but I feel like quickly you'll learn them. Could be love, like reuniting in your heart. And I feel like you're going to allow it this, like, I'm going to say this time, but, whatever it may mean. Um, so, anyways, I have a feeling it's going to be good. So I'm really looking forward to doing your reading. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use 4 different decks. We're going to use our beautiful Mother Mary for her words of wisdom. We'll take her over the spread. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. That's why my readings are longer than most, because I do like to go deep. I do want to get you real answers, real solutions. You know what I mean? And I feel like that takes time. If and I feel like if you're gonna watch tarot, well, I mean it's up to you, but I feel like, if you're really looking for answers, then I don't think you can find that in like 10 minutes. Maybe. But here I feel like we really take our time. And I know some people like that and some people don't, but that's why I've been doing a lot of shorts also. I'm trying to like grab, like important parts of a reading that those who don't have the patience to stay till the end can then see. And, maybe it'll allow you then to go back and watch, because I feel like you miss signs. But anyways, you do whatever you want. So we're going to use 2 different tarot decks for June. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot, and this is the one that we will start with. And then we're going to use the Universal Tarot. So we're just going to allow them to speak to each other. I am looking for synchronicities through numbers, through colors, through really anything. Okay, I'm going to bring the lid down, and let's go ahead and open up your reading. Although I feel like it really opens up the minute I begin. So Aquarius, just gonna calm my mind, open my intuition, connect with my spirit guides, connect with your guides, and that feels good. All right, let's give him a cut. And let's begin. Again, I feel excited to do your reading. So, I'm curious what's going to come out. All right. We have the 4 of Swords. This is rest and rejuvenation in the Psychic Tarot. You know what I love about this image? Because I say this all the time, like, one of the best ways to heal is really to get out in nature. If let's say you want to do a podcast, but you're not sure, like, which direction should I go? I feel like go out into nature, sit quietly, and just absorb, the inspiration because I feel like for some of you, this is when you receive your epiphanies. It's like in that quiet moment, in that quiet mind. Yes, this is healing, but boy, for some reason, I'm feeling it quite different for you. Like, I feel like, yes, I'm healing, but like, I'm ready. Like, put me in, coach. I'm ready. Okay. We have emotional withdrawal, Eight of Cups. Um, it says emotional withdrawal, but I have to say, and listen, for some of you, it can certainly talk about that. It could have been something emotional that just didn't work out that you have to let go of. Maybe you don't have a choice. Again, that Four of Swords is going to help to heal whatever emotional situation you're dealing with. What I like about this image is this person is like sitting at the water's edge. And I know this energy because I used to live by the beach for, I don't know, 20 some years. Um, and I found that's where I would go. When I needed to calm my mind or if like life was just difficult, I'd go to the beach. I'd go to the water. And this person's just kind of allowing the tides to take their worries away. It's almost like I'm releasing them. And it feels kind of meant to be. Okay, let's keep going. Whoa, okay. We have stuff everywhere now. All right, we have the Six of Swords. So, Six of Swords, moving on, right? That's what it says. So you got to look back one card, and that talks about the toxicity. So I feel like something within your emotional house became toxic. Could have been a relationship, could have been with family, just something turned toxic that at one time probably didn't feel that way, but then it does turn that way. And I also love, again, the Four of Swords because, it's showing us that you dealt with some type of toxicity through your emotional house. But your very first card is the healing. And again, I feel like as I'm healing, I'm receiving epiphanies, I'm receiving ideas. I just have to put them to use. I just have to trust in them and then trust in myself. So I kind of love the Six of Swords here because I feel like some of you, you've dealt with that emotional house and maybe you have cleared it. And boy, I feel like if you've cleared your emotional house, and it doesn't mean I'm completely healed because I don't know that we ever are, right? There's always like these little broken pieces and we've got to be okay with that. Um, but listen, for some of you, you may take the situations you've been through, and that may be what you're about to do. Like you may be helping others now to overcome. Again, I feel like your voice for June moving forward is very important. But I mean that in a way where, if there's anything you've been wanting to do, like any type of business, even like a side hustle type of thing that may turn into like your full-time job down the road, because I do feel like real success with you. All right. Well, hello, positive movement forward. Positive movement forward, mirrored by the Four of Swords, two eights, 88. And why I'm bringing that up is because Capricorn, their reading opened up with, I think three eights, but two eights again. So the first eight, emotional withdrawal, letting it go, right? Letting the tide take your worries away. I feel like that's exactly what happens because moving on, letting go of, things that I cannot control anyway. And then moving into, well, this little boat and you're heading towards the sun. It's a change of energy. It's like going from winter into spring. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in the Universal Tarot. give it a shuffle or two just to introduce it into the reading. All right, that feels good. All right, let's keep going. By the way, my brother was a or I'm sorry, was an Aquarius, January 24th. He passed on um, June of 2000. Interesting. Just realized June of 2014. All right, you have the energy of victory. This is the Six of Wands, and that's what it means. Becoming victorious, after the fact. Interesting, because this is also the energy where I feel like other people are looking up to you. Um, because of your actions. But I often feel it's like coming through your words, but I'm talking about maybe my situation, maybe situations like again, helping others. This is definitely the energy of other people looking up to you. They want to hear what you have to say. They want to hear where you've been and how you've overcome. Some of you, it is like literally like your vibration is being lifted, but I feel like it feels like in divine timing, like it was meant to be. All right, let's keep going. So we two eights and two sixes so far. All right, I think this came out first. We have the Knight of Swords coming right towards the Six of Wands. We have the Chariot. This is Cantor's Major Arcana. But listen, this is unlimited potential. This is the energy where the universe would say there's no limit in how far you can take whatever it is that you want to create. The only limit is what our human mind puts upon it. And for some of you, you could have had people like, trying to talk you out of like your own dreams, like things that you wanted to do, things that you wanted to accomplish. But I feel like no more, no more, no more. And it's interesting, the Knight of Swords is coming between what I feel like you eventually going to be doing, or you're already moved into that energy. And it's like this Knight of Swords is some type of communication. It's almost like, and I don't want to keep getting stuck on a podcast, but let's just say, I'm just using this as an example now. Let's say I begin a podcast and, I do go out into nature and I allow myself to receive this epiphanies. And by the way, you don't have to go out into nature. You can just quiet your mind and then trust what you receive. But I feel like anyway, so I think, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if anyone, wants to hear what I have to say. And then all of a sudden I feel like it almost feels like someone then comes in and wants to pick you up. Like, and I mean that like if, let's say, like a TV show, where, I write the initial shows not knowing if a network's going to pick me up. And then lo and behold, they do. Some of you may be hearing from a Cancer. I just have to put that out there because that's a potential. We have, hello, Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands to me is inspired action, but it is action. And it's coming under the Six of Swords, where you were moving on from really just whatever is not working in your life, right? It's like you've had that realization. What's holding me back? Why would I feel that I can't be successful at something? And I feel like if I feel that way, it's probably because of other people telling me that. But your spirit guides are telling you the opposite. Who do you want to listen to? And look at this, we have the Nine of Wands. Kind of makes sense, you know. because I get this feeling like you're beginning something new. I feel like you're meant to do it. I feel like it's been divinely guided. It's probably a soul's intention. Um, but yet I could see having a little fear over that, because the Nine of Swords, it's really about unnecessary worry, but it's coming under positive movement forward. So a little fear about moving forward, right? But I feel like that's just a little bit of the remnants. I'm not saying the word right. Um, of old energy, and maybe that's why that Four of Swords is so important, right? Because I feel like I really got to trust in myself, And again, I may be starting something, really having no clue if it'll take off. But I feel like your guides are here to help you with some clarity in that because I feel like especially if be true to yourself, like speak your truth, and I feel like people are going to listen. Now, I keep saying podcast, but I want you to understand it feels like anything that's creative. Um, and for some of you, I feel like there's some singers out there who maybe it's almost like I see you go into an audition, like you go into like The Voice or American Idol or something like that. And I feel like you have a great singing voice. And maybe it's been stifled for a while, but it's like, and I feel like it may have been a dream that you've had. Because I feel like this is what the reading is talking about, dreams that I've had that for whatever reason I wasn't proactive in them. Maybe I used to be, but then maybe life got in the way. Other people's voices got in your head. But, those are cobwebs. We can clear those away. Again, unnecessary worry. And what's the worry over? Can I be victorious with whatever new I want to bring to the world? Will it be a hit? I feel like yes, it's going to be a big hit. Now, it doesn't mean it's an overnight success, but I am not going to leave that off the table either. Because I feel like whatever you're doing, it feels divinely guided. And when I say divinely guided, I mean, I feel like your soul asked for like a certain gift before you came into this lifetime. And for some of you, it can be, again, like, I want to be a great singer. And I have to tell you, if I was a great singer, I would want to be a star because that's the one thing I always wished I had is a great singing voice. I swear everyone in my family does. But anyways, but I sing anyway. I sing anyway. All right, let's slide this up and let's keep going. See if we can get rid of this worry. And I feel like that Eight of Wands, that positive movement forward. They're heading towards the sun. It's like a new beginning. It's the light. It's like a brand new day type energy. So I feel like even if I'm just going step by step by step, there's nothing wrong with that. Go step by step if that's what you need to do. But I feel like, but do it. I really feel like this is time to bring out and listen, they may be small epiphanies, but something grabs your attention. I hope you follow it. Because I feel like again, it's like your soul wanted this to happen. Okay, let's keep going. I feel a few of you, your health is getting better. And part of that may be because you may have started walking, like walking out in nature. Well, I mean, where else would you walk? But some of you are just those who are in the United States like me, we came out of winter and what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. But anyways, look at that. Ace of Swords. You don't think your voice is important? Triumphant success. And it just so happens to be coming under a card that is victorious, right? It's an energy, again, of other people looking up to you. You just need to trust in yourself. I feel like that's the main thing. The Emperor. Man, I feel like, a lot of times your readings are love readings, but I have to say, and I'm not going to say love is being left out here, but right now, there's something else going on. When I see the Emperor, I definitely feel like I am an owner. I am the top. This could be the boss, but this would be you being the boss. Some of you could certainly be getting raises. Like again, I feel like your money house is just being lit up. But through your creativity though, if that makes sense. This is someone that we look up to. This is someone who's been there, done that. This is someone who cares about their fellow man. And I felt all that for you. It is the card of Aries. I should just say that. But, and it may be an Aries for some of you, but really what I feel like this is you. How interesting with the Ace of Swords right before it. Again, your voice, oh my gosh, look at this. The Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like there's no excuse not to do what it is you want to do. The only excuse would be one that you may feed yourself. Because I feel like you have cleared past energy. I do feel like, there must have been someone along the road who maybe made you stop believing in yourself for whatever reason, and shame on them, but you may have bought it for a moment, but I don't feel like you're buying it anymore. It's almost like those people just wait. They're the ones who come crawling back, you know what I mean? Because Aquarius, I just feel like you're going to be such a success. The Ace of Pentacles, I read it as like a seed. And I often feel like, first of all, the Ace of Pentacles means something is coming into your physical world. But I also feel like this is also about giving you the way. And I also feel like if you're bold enough to take a chance on yourself, do something again, and I'm just going to keep saying your voice, but that's just what I'm feeling, but it could be anything where I feel like you're taking a chance on something that you feel like potentially, maybe you're not 100% sure. It's like I feel like I could probably do that. Well, I feel like you definitely could. And I feel like this gives you the way. The Ace of Pentacles again means something is coming into your physical world. And this ace, if we question, can we be successful? This ace says, if you nurture me, I will only grow and grow and grow. Well, if this has anything to do with your money, trust in yourself. Take a chance on yourself. And what does that say? Prosperity begins. Prosperity begins. Right next to the Emperor, right next to the Ace of Swords, you have three aces in your reading. You have the Ace of Wands, It's go time, right? Inspired action. And I want to make sure you understand that. Inspired. That means, you're never alone. Like your guides are always involved in your life. But this, to me, it feels like definitely something that your soul was like, okay, this is the time. This is the time. And it feels like the universe is 100% behind you. The only little hiccup is that Nine of Swords. But I do feel like you're going to overcome that. And again, maybe going slow is the best answer, like going, again, step by step. And I even get this feeling like where I don't need to know everything to even begin. I just need to begin. All right. Foundation and achievements. Look at that. Look at the beautiful rainbow behind it also. Look at this line. Two ones, two fours. I mean, synchronicities. You have actually three ones in your reading. It's like make a wish, make a wish, and then watch it come true. Foundation and achievements is mirrored over here by the Ace of Swords. Now, I feel like now we also might want to bring love into the picture because I feel like it's almost like you're doing your thing and somebody hears you and they may reach out like, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. It could be a comment. And then that comment turns into a conversation. And that conversation turns into what? I mean, who knows? All right, let's look at the bottom of the decks. Well, hello, material harvest, Aquarius. First of all, prosperity begins. And now material harvest. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is success. And it's also like it's from your work, your hard work. But I feel like when I say hard work, I kind of love what I do at the same time. A very independent nature, which, you need. Like, if you don't have that independent nature, you don't feel balanced. Definitely can take care of myself. And the work you put in, you are the sole benefactor of it. It's interesting how his hands are open, right? I'm open to the universe. And our very first card, same energy. His hands are open to the universe to receive. Well, you're receiving, all right. But listen, it's because of you. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of oh, wow. Universal Tarot, Three of Pentacles. Beautiful energy to go with this reading because this literally tells you that, what you do in the world is unique to you. And it doesn't matter if 100,000 other people do it. It's your way. There's something about you. This is an energy of celebrating your individuality, but also other people. Again, the recognition. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's go over this reading. By the way, I'm going live tomorrow. Um, and that's where you can just come on and ask me any questions you want. Just make sure that your little bell, if you subscribe, is rung 100%. because a lot of people miss the notifications otherwise, and then they're like, ah, why do I keep missing you? That's probably why. All right, let's start at the beginning, but let's read it as a whole. We have the Three of Swords, but I have to tell you, it came reversed. And even though, like, I was like, I don't know if I want to read reversals today. I feel like I have to read this in reverse because it's coming over the Four of Swords. So it's healing what once was a broken heart. Or that the pain of that is fading away. You know, and I'm not surprised to see it because we do have the Eight of Cups right next to the healing. It almost feels like you're taking a time out from love and you're just thinking about your life now. Like, what is I want to do? Now, doesn't mean love's still not going to show up. We have the King of Swords. Can be you, another Aquarius. And a lot of people say, well, how am I supposed to know? This is the type of energy where you should feel it. Like it should just feel familiar. But anyway, so we have the King of Swords over emotional withdrawal. We have another king, King Cups. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Over the Six of Swords, moving on. And then, hello, victory. Again, here it is right here. So now victory is over positive movement forward, which the Six of Wands was following, but now it's directly over it. We'll come back and look at those two kings, but I'm going to keep moving for the time being, but we will come back and look at them. Some of you, it may be a King of Pentacles that you are walking away from. We have the Five of Cups. And then we have the Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like I gotta stop for a second. And here's why. I feel like some of you may have been in the past, and probably in the recent past, may have been dealing with someone who, first of all, probably broke your heart. But then we get the Five of Wands, which is really battling type energy. And I feel like this is energy you've moved on from. But I get a feeling that it's almost like as I start to become more and more successful, someone wants to like come back and reach their hands out. But you know what? This isn't about that. This success is yours. Whatever monies you're making, that it's your money. It's coming from your hard work. And I get a feeling like this could potentially be someone who didn't believe in you in the first place, you know, who may have stifled you going after a dream. I don't love that the Five of Cups is right before that, because that can be, it almost feels like, like a moment of weakness. And I've been there, like where you just like, I've been so busy here doing this, but yet I have this moment of weakness. I don't feel, at least at this moment, that anyone you moved on from, especially if it was you moving on, and listen, maybe you didn't have a choice, but I don't feel like if this person like comes ringing your phone, I wouldn't answer the call. You know what I mean? Maybe you're making more money than I even thought. And I feel like, during this moment of weakness, let's say I do invite this person back into my life, I feel like you'll end up right back where you were. And I feel like you've come too far. So I think just recognizing that, right? Those who, and literally, it would be someone who just did not support your dream or your dreams. And now they're like, oh, look at Aquarius making all that money. Look at Aquarius becoming successful. I want a piece of that. No, no, no. I think that's why the Nine of Pentacles is also here. This is your abundance. This is your success. And you know what? They could have been more supportive. They chose not to be. And now they wouldn't be supportive. Mm, I'm hoping you're like, no. At least that's what I hope. All right, well, let's keep going. And it's interesting because I'm looking down at the Emperor and I feel like that's you. Like that's the stance you're going to take. If somebody comes with their hands out, like, oh, can I have a little bit of your prosperity? It's like, you're like, no way. I love like the ring around his head. It's like the wisdom. No way. No way, Jose. All right. I'm glad I noticed that. We have the Queen of Pentacles over the Chariot. Interesting, we have the King of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have beautiful Temperance. This is all about divine timing. Temperance's first message is about patience. So maybe there was some energy that, just didn't suit you for how your life is about to look. And maybe it's like there were too many cobwebs, but now that you've cleared those cobwebs, it feels like now it's divine timing. And I'm saying that because she's coming over the Ace of Wands. So where there was once patience was needed, I feel like no longer. I feel like it's go time. And how do I love that divine is part of that? Do I feel like you're receiving epiphanies? 100%. We have Hello Three Cups, a reason to celebrate. This is about rejoicing in celebration. Even the smallest of victories, because I feel like many more will come over that Nine of Swords. And then your major arcana, the Star, right over the Ace of Swords, triumphant success. The Ace of Swords is your truth. It's your honesty. It's about being honest with oneself. Communication. Some of you, I just feel like you're born to communicate in some way. This is about your dreams and your wishes becoming your reality. But what you want to remember is in the star energy, I'm working hand in hand with divine. Here is divine. Divine is giving you epiphanies, but then also saying, but then take action. And I feel like you do. I mean, this just feels so meant to be. Like, you can already hear someone being like, Aquarius, can I borrow some money? And you're like, no, no, you may not. All right. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. Um, First of all, I don't know if I said Temperance is a card of Sagittarius. And I do see, like, some of you might be involved with the Sagittarius in one way or another, because I do see the similarities between the readings. But other than that, we also have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. But it's right over prosperity begins, the Ace of Pentacles. This is about your belief system. It's a five, so I want you to question it. In the light, though, like, am I living my dreams? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in divine? Am I going to allow divine? Am I going to work hand in hand with divine? And I don't know why I'm going to card back, but then there's another five of pentacles. Five of pentacles is energy feeling thrown onto the cold. And I feel like that's why I do feel like you are the emperor here. But I feel like that's why the emperor's stance is like, no way am I letting. I feel like, well, it's mirroring that Eight of Cups. So if somebody caused me some type of emotional distress, and then lo and behold, I start like doing well, um, more than well, better than well, and then someone wants to reach their hands out, I just feel like it's a no. But you have to be the ant. You have to decide that. We have three fives right here. Four fives. Five, 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 five. Could be some changes going on. For sure, there's some changes going on. But I also love the Hierophant over the Ace of Pentacles because that feels very spiritual to me. All right. How's the Ten of Cups? How is the Ten of Cups? Some of you may be working from home. You may find yourself working from home and you may love every minute of it. You just might love every minute of it. I also find it interesting that the Ten of Cups comes out now because I was just thinking to myself, I can't remember the last time I've done an Aquarius reading without any love. Well, this is the house of love, laughter, joy. Doesn't mean there's no problems in this house. It just means everyone works together, where I don't feel like you've had that back here. It's right over the marriage card. We have the Page of Wands, my risk taker. We have the Four of Pentacles. That is about your foundation. Oh, excuse me just one second. Okay, sorry about that. I got a knock on the door. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. Another king. King of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the Nine of Wands. What I love is I'd rather see the Nine of Wands versus the Nine of Swords. Because this is where I'm really looking back at my life and I'm really recognizing how far I have come, the growth that I've had. And this is singular energy. This is because of you. So you need to, like, give yourself a pat on the back. There's new growth on these wands. But it can definitely signify, like, okay, I'm letting the last chapter go, or I'm closing the door to that last chapter, but I'm definitely seeking the wisdom and the guidance and the growth from it. It doesn't mean it was easy. It was probably hard. But this person literally, I feel like, becomes a spirit warrior from that energy. It's like once I have this type of reflection, I feel like no one can like knock you off your rocker. Like there's just no way. Like your foundation becomes so strong. Not that people can't try, but good luck. I don't feel like they would be successful. And by the way, it's connected to the marriage card and the Ten of Cups. It's almost like as I'm moving through this energy, It definitely feels like about you first, your creativity, like creating like whatever it is you want for yourself, because I feel like you already have the gifts. They're already within you. But listen, again, I may not know everything I need to know yet, but I shouldn't have said it that way because I feel like this is about learning as you go. Okay. So we have the Page of Wands with the star over the Ace of Swords. Taking a chance, right? Again, I call the Page of Wands my risk taker because this is someone who doesn't allow fear to like stop them from moving ahead. They move according to where their passions lie. This page does fall down, but this page gets back up again. And I feel like that's just simply what it's saying. Yes, we have fallen, but we're not going to stay down, especially if someone else has caused us to fall down. Uh-uh. We're going to get back up. We're going to become stronger than we ever were. I definitely feel that for you. Now, potentially, there is someone who you may be falling in love with. I feel like it's down here. Maybe this King of Wands, it can be male or female. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't think just because it's a king, it has to be a male. Just means it could be someone like it's in their masculine energy. Remember, we carry both. And I could see that. Like, if you're a female looking for a male, then I could see where you would want someone who, has got their own shit together. Like, I feel like the days of like trying to fix other people, I'm done with that. Not that you're trying to help people. I do feel like that here. But I feel like it's with your wisdom, it's with your experiences. But I feel like the day of taking, like, taking back lower vibrational energy, I just don't feel like you'll do it. And maybe that's why building this success, and by the way, you don't have to be already like starting to see the fruits of your labor, but this is saying that you will. You will see the fruits of your labor. This is success. This is true success. But then you do have love. At the end of the day, we do have love. So, and listen, I kind of love the Nine of Wands over the Ten of Cups because this is you knowing yourself in love also, right? It's like if I'm someone who, just gave and gave and someone wasn't giving back, it was just unbalanced. Well, I don't want that anymore, right? I want to live a balanced life. And that means not just my money, but also in love. Because I feel like at this point, if someone comes towards you who is not of a high vibration, I feel like you will know it right away. And I hope you trust that. But this does feel like a high vibration. So I feel like what I want to do, I'm going to go back and look at the king. I feel like the king of swords is you, male or female. So I will look at the queen and king of pentacles. And for some of you, could just simply signify that someone along the road is going to be very much like you. Okay, we had a card flip over. Page of Cups. Look at that between the king and the queen. I feel like this king or queen, depending on who you are, I definitely feel like they're also down here. But I feel like this is just the beginning. It's almost like it's interesting also because I don't know, I get this feeling like you're doing something. And yes, there's going to be recognition for that, but I also feel like there's a special person who's going to recognize your soul. I feel like a good giveaway is there's going to be something about their voice. Whether their voice feels or sounds could be the vibration of their voice, and it feels very healing to you. You know what I mean? Like you can hear their compassion. All right, let's just take one more because I'm feeling really good energy with that. Okay, well, two, three, six of cups. Look at that with the ace of wands. So we have the ace of wands right here under temperance, under divine timing. And by the way, we do have, I don't even know if I talked about this, the Five of Cups. So, it's interesting. You may have two people coming in. One, I feel like coming in with their hands out, slap their hands. Like that'll be that clue. Like, they may come in and sweet talk, but I feel like you'll feel like, oh, they're not here for good reasons. And then I feel like there's someone else that potentially you may have already be thinking about. We have the Five of Cups here, right? And this person in the Five of Cups really is thinking about like the energy, like what I have lost, right? That's also the Eight of Cups, right? I had to deal with that emotional loss. Maybe it was energy where like I had no choice but to leave, right? Maybe it wasn't me who left. Maybe they left, but it's still in the long run did you a favor. But listen, this is five, so it's a change. And we know behind this person, when they do make this change, which I know that you're making, there's two cups. Two cups that haven't been found yet. Well, hello, Six of Cups. Some of you, this is someone that you've known probably for a long time. Maybe I haven't talked to them in a long time. And that's probably why the page is here. Could be a water sign. Doesn't have to be though. I feel like it's talking more about your inner child and how you're going to feel. I'm kind of loving, let's just say the summer for you. Like I almost want to go ahead and jump into July. But anyway, the Five of Cups back there. So the Ace of Wands is following the page. So I feel like you're being inspired in two different areas. Your money first. Love. I feel like it's just going to find you. Maybe you start thinking about someone of your past and someone's been thinking of you. Maybe this is something that you've always hoped would come together, but whatever for whatever reason didn't. And I do feel like if this is someone, and it's as soon as I was going to say, if this is someone you already know, I'm also thinking of past lives. And I'm saying that because divine is very involved in your life right now. Not that they're not always involved, but I feel like it almost feels like your soul had this intention at this time in your life for this to start to manifest. Now I'm talking about your goals, your dreams, but then I also feel like love, but it feels like after the fact. Like I need to get on my own 2 feet first. Okay. Oh, we have another card here. Look at this. The hangman in the awakened state. It's a spiritual awakening. If this is speaking of love, and I feel like it's speaking of everything in your life, I feel like this is your soul's intention. And it is in divine timing. And divine timing is now. Now, I'm not saying for the love part yet, though there could be someone on your mind. And I feel like you're potentially on someone else's mind. And I also love because we're following this energy, right? It's following the Six of Cups. There's no way that this person's going to come in, there's no way this person's like a narcissist or any of that. Quite the opposite. I feel gentle. It's like your vibrations being lifted, and so is theirs. I feel like I don't have to do anything here as it relates to love, but just do my thing. And I feel like the rest is just going to find you. Like, I feel like you're going to reconnect with someone. And again, it can be this lifetime, but it may not be in this lifetime. Two soulmates. I know they're soulmates. I know you're soulmates. I know that in my heart. All right. I want to come down and look at the 10 of Cups with the marriage card that is also mirroring your major arcana, the Star. But in the Star, it's asking you to take chances, right? With that page there, that page of wands. Be willing to take chances as they show themselves. Hello, Fool. So this is a new beginning in love. This is the clearing of the past because the Fool doesn't take all the energy of the past with him. No, that's not going to serve me, right? I don't want to stay angry. I don't want to regret. I'm just going to learn from it and I'm going to move on. I am going to take a leap of faith, but I am looking at the 10 of Cups. So I feel like it's in love. And I do feel like it does feel like I'm taking a chance here, but I feel like it's going to pay off. It's a new beginning. And it is mirroring positive movement forward, which is an 8 infinity, as above, so below. No beginning, no end. Makes perfect sense right here. Aquarius, this is one of the best readings I feel like I've done for you in a long time. And yes, the beginning of the reading, somewhat difficult. But you know what? That's what was. Or that's what, if you allow it, let it end. Allow yourself to heal. Receive those epiphanies. Put them to use. And watch your money grow and grow. Not just your money, though. Your self esteem, your belief in yourself. And I feel like you're going to be a star. Doesn't have to mean to the whole world. But listen, I feel like your money is going to be really, really good. And man, does that sound like the perfect time to fall in love? Not with this person, not with whoever broke your heart. I'm not saying, like, let's say you do know who this person is, because we do have the Six of Cups. They could have potentially broke your heart, but I don't feel like they were I feel like more it would have been because I was just young and dumb. Where I feel like there was someone else knew, like they knew what they were doing. I don't feel like they gave much to you. And then I find it interesting. Well, not interesting because this is exactly the way that these type of people are. It's like then you start doing really well, and then hands come out. Just slap that hand, slap it away, and getting on, doing your thing. If there weren't a little difficulties in a reading, I don't feel like it would be real. Because life, there are, we have our ebbs and flows, but we have to learn how to get through them, right? Not giving all of our energy away to someone who doesn't deserve it anyways, right? Someone who feels like they almost talked you out of your dreams. I feel like don't give them the weight any longer. Like, don't give them space in your mind, in your heart, in your life. Do your thing and watch what finds you. Watch what finds you. This isn't just success in money. This is success in love. All right. Well, let's take Mother Mary over this beautiful reading. And by the way, I feel like whoever I'm connecting with, both of us have had these spiritual awakenings. And I feel like because of that, you will recognize that energy and it will feel right to you. Trust your intuition. And if you have a hard time trusting your intuition, take it slow, right? Take it step by step. Because people will always reveal to you who they are. We just have to give them the time. But I feel like if you know, like you can feel this person has had this spiritual awakening, if you can feel, it's almost like someone comes in, we have a conversation, and we talk about like the things that we have overcome, and you may find a lot of similarities, but here's the thing, you both have overcome them. Doesn't mean there's not remnants of the pain, but not enough to hold you back anymore. And by the way, if there's any remnants, I feel like at this point, that'll be gone. I feel like whoever was, if they think they have a chance with you again, they're wrong. Especially as this energy enters into your life. All right, Mother Mary. Mother Mary for beautiful Aquarius is Faith. It's my granddaughter's name. Faith. I have faith in God to heal this situation. That was your very first card. Keep the faith. See if anything else wants to come out. Enthusiasm. That's like the Three of Wands. It's getting it's allowing yourself to get excited for your present moment and your future. What's it say? Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Some of you, that was simply the sign you were looking for. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Have faith. Have faith and trust in yourself. Enthusiasm, I feel like, is optimism. And I feel like through an optimistic lens, man, we can create quite the life for ourselves. You got to be willing to go through the ebbs and flows, but as you go through the ebbs, they just don't hold the power. It's like I have so much wisdom at this point. And what I'm not sure of, your spiritual team is like, well, just ask us. We will send you the signs. And I feel like you are able to pick up on them. Maybe not back here, but by the time you get here, it's like, yes, you're able to pick up on them. Some of you, if you're doing anything like in a spiritual realm, wow. I feel success no matter what you're doing. As long as it's something that you want to do, then I feel like real success with that. I feel like dreams are coming true. It's probably why we see so many fives, right? Certain changes needed to happen to just open up the pathway for you. And so it does. And so it does. I'm going to leave it there. Aquarius, I love this reading. I mean, I'm thinking, how do I title this? Like, Yes, there's great love here, but I feel like really the story is about you and your goals and about you reaching those goals. And again, if I worry, will I be good enough? Then go step by step, but I already know the answer. The answer is yes. Yes, you do have to put in the focus, you have to put in the work. But again, I feel like you're gonna, you kind of love what you do. All right. I'm gonna let that be so I can get this over to you. I love you guys. I thank you. And my dream is that this abundance and this love find you and find you soon. Trust yourself. Go after your dreams and then watch them come true. Goodbye to the old. Hello to the new. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table, or I'll see you tomorrow for our lives. Thank you guys. Bye bye.